My name is Susan Breen, and I am the Executive Director of Special Needs Services of Rake County. I report directly to the Board of Directors. They value the community that we live in Rake County and want to do things to better the community. Sometimes that means we fill in the gaps where people wouldn't expect us to. So yes, we work with people with developmental disabilities, but we also have a community at play program which provides activities for everyone in the community. And now we've launched stabilization support services, which is targeted to help those people who are homeless, who have no insurance, and they have mental health issues or substance abuse issues and have not been able to get help. They feel worthless, without value, and feel like giving up. So the board decided that we would provide free mental health counseling, both individual and group counseling, in order to help them in their journey back towards independence.
Well, Susan Breen and I had worked together on a couple different things, and there were some state meetings from the governor's office that, well, where's the gaps in our community? What are we missing? Who are we missing? And a big one was mental health, addiction, that group of people. My wife and I, as part of Salvation Army, travel and help with disasters, and we were up in Omaha, Nebraska. They had tornadoes last year or the year before, I think it was the year before, and I was speaking with Salvation Army up there, and they have a program that is a 90-day mental health program. Susan and I met, and I was like, hey, I think this could be the one. This could be the thing that our community needs. We didn't take it straight from them to here, had to adapt it for our community, and they had it peer-led. So if someone had struggled with mental health and gotten better, then they led the program. They did that. We wanted a little bit more, but we wanted to get them the professional help in our program. And so that's why we brought Robert in, because he's a licensed counselor in that area, alcohol abuse, drug abuse, and mental health. We took the core of what they did, the concept of what they did, and brought it down into our community.
We deal with addictions and mental health issues and disabilities because those are the areas that I specialize in. But it all comes down to fundamentally trauma. In the current model of treatment in most rehabs, if you hit 20%, you're considered a genius. We're gonna blow that out of the water with this program because we're not treating addiction, we're treating trauma. And if we treat the trauma, the addiction's gonna take care of itself, right? Nobody gets up in the morning and says to themselves, I think I'll try heroin today. I've never known anybody to do that. So far in our program, in the first program, we hit around 70-75% success rate. Small sample size, I will admit that. Bigger sample size, still looks like we're gonna hit 65-70%.
My name is Katie Jones. I am the office manager at Special Needs Services of Rake County. I am also a licensed practical nurse, and I am the informational specialist. I carry my own caseload of non-Medicaid clients. So I do a nursing medical intake on every client when they first come in, and then every visit after that. If they are not on Medicaid or insurance, then I help them navigate through that system. And then we kind of go through a goal each week. So our goal is always the same, and most of the time it's to help them navigate how they want to better themselves, how they want to improve their health, or if there's underlying issues causing certain pains.
That's another barrier that people often come in contact with, is that they just simply can't get to the places that they need to get to get the services that they need. Go pick anybody up here in Rake County and take them to anything they need to do as far as getting those services. We take them to appointments, bring them to counseling, take them to counseling other places, take them to the Department of Family and Children's Services, help them get their self, signed up for other services, and vice versa. Take them back, take them grocery shopping, things like that.
I met Payton when he was in treatment getting high. I was done getting high and drunk, and I told myself I didn't want to use anymore. And I came from a family of alcoholics and addicts, so it was kind of just normal to me. When I feel pain, I numb out with substances. It was normal until it became so disruptive in my life. People like, that's not normal. They were telling stories about me versus me telling my story. And when I saw Payton, I saw a young man that wanted something different, but he just didn't have the guidance. I knew if he went back to Richmond, his chance of survival was very thin just because of the lack of resources out here. And that desperation in his voice to get to somewhere where there was resources, it was past the addiction, it was past the disease, it was just that survival in our hearts that we just don't want to die. And to have a place like that here in Richmond where people can go and not die, or go and get some real life counseling, some real life tools, some programs that they can apply to not die, that's important.